Alright, got our electric vehicle in for a checking quote. We tested the brake fluid. It's testing at 4%, so from 1 to 4%, 4% being a fail, which means there's too much water in the fluid. So over time it can heat up and you can get brake fade. So definitely something to look into flushing. Just having a look at the front tyres. The outside edge has a little bit, so at the edge of the tread block there's a bit of a lip as you run your finger across, so that they call that feathering. That can just be a bit of alignment and or tyre pressures related. We'll just have to keep an eye on it and possibly give it an alignment just to make sure it's wearing okay, because we can't rotate them with the rears because they are an offset wheel, so these are actually smaller than the ones on the back because the power's at the back. So just keep an eye on. There is still plenty of tread there. They've just got that light feathering on the outside, just starting to, you can just feel it ever so slightly around the tyre. Something to keep an eye on. Making our way under the vehicle now. Not much to them, they are quite a small car. So you've got your link pins, tyre ends, rack ends, they're all okay. Lower control arm bushes are good. Brakes at the front are good. Make our way down the back of the vehicle. So you've got your trailing arm, which goes from the beam where your axle runs up to the chassis there. The bushes up here are okay, but you've got two bushes down here and they're starting to dry out and perish a bit. So I want to get my camera in there. A little bit perished. One of the sides they are actually starting to split. They're a bit perished. And it is a bit hard to see with the camera, but further in there on the other side of the bushing they are actually starting to split. So definitely something to look into. You can see there, again, there's another split that you can just see there starting to form. So they just get dry over time and then crack and start to split. The other thing to keep an eye out for is the lower shock mount bushes. So they're all cracked and they're starting to perish and they have come away from the top of the shock mount a little bit. Just again, we'll keep an eye on them. You can see there, they're a little bit dry and cracked. Right, there was a bit of a complaint of a knock and rattle at the front. If we have a look at the strut tops in there, a bit hard to see with the camera, but there is a bit of up and down movement. If we come in here, see if I can get it to focus. Just up the top there's a little bit of movement. I reckon that's going to be the cause of the knock, just they become soft over time, so when you hit bumps they're rattling and knocking.